Welcome everybody, this is Caleb and I'm just going to make a tutorial on how to make interactive websites start to finish. So that way you guys can, do this yourselves and make something pretty cool. So to get started, I open up a Claude code session and preferably if you have the plan, use Fable 5, and I always go on Ultra Code. Ultra Code's the best. And what I ask it is, I originally first ask it, give me 5 ideas for a new, interactive website, right? I'm trying to get, ideas rolling out so I can see what really fits, and, if anything stands out to me, I'll just end up using that. So based upon these here, I'll probably go with Quill down here, number 5, a piston fill fountain pen. So when you have this filled out, you say, let's do number 5. So you pick which one you like the most, and then Claude will then generate the images that you will have to use to, make the videos come to life. So while that's cooking up, you're going to want to go to Higgsfield.ai. This is where a majority of the video creation is going to be made, along with your images as well. So you will need a subscription. I will warn you on that. It doesn't really give you that many free credits, unfortunately. But what it's going to want you to do is you want to go to image at the top left here, and you're going to click Nano Banana Pro. This is the best 4K model that you're going to want to use. So as you can see here, these are some of the generations we've had in the past. This is one of our most recent sites done by Jonah. Very, very pretty McLaren. So once that is picked, it's still making it, that's fine. But you're gonna want to go on Nano Banana Pro, and I'd go on the lowest quality. The quality doesn't necessarily matter. And then I would do a batch size of 4 out of 4. If you have unlimited, definitely do that so you can save credits, but I currently don't have that. But yeah, pretty much what we're trying to do right now is make reference images. So these reference images are going to be used for the beginning of every video that we end up creating that will line up for the scenes. And the scenes will be put together ultimately to make the site come to life and make it fully interactive with that scroll parallax effect that you usually see. It's still making it so. Okay, so now Fable 5 has finished making the full engine and the full copy for this website itself, the pretty much backbone of it. So this is what's in the commit. It had the routes, the world, the film plan, signatures, and page flow. So now this is what I was talking about with the Higgsfield generations. So these are the recipes. So this is going to be the hero still, the part still, and then these are the clips that go along with that. So these two are the most important. They're going to be your reference images, and you're going to need them for the videos that you're going to want to create. So for this first one right here, it gives you a prompt like right there. So you copy that, and then you go to Higgsfield, and then you go to Nano Banana 1K 4 to 4. You paste this in and click generate. So you let that generate, and then while it's doing that, we can also do the part still part. So we will copy this and then also put that into Higgsfield. What's nice is like you can queue a lot at the same time, so it makes things definitely, a lot easier. Okay, so it made the first 4 batches of generations, so I will just look through these real quick and see which one stands out to me the most. They're all pretty good quality, but I think I'll go with this one. Oh, wait, I'll go with this one. I really like this one, so I'll heart this so I know which one it is, and then I will also download that, and then that will download it on my computer, and then we'll go back to the images, and then we will add a reference image right here. So you put that right there, and then you go back to Claude and you find the part still prompt. So we will copy that and then go ahead and put that into Higgsfield right there and click generate. And then we will wait for those to generate and process. Okay, so it just got done generating the other reference image for the part still portion of the pen. So I will go ahead and look through these and see which one, better fits what I'm trying to capture. So I would say most likely this one out of all of them is the one I like the most. So I will go ahead and heart that and also download it. And then after that's done, you're going to want to go to video on the top left and you're going to click Kling 3.0. Kling is going to be very beneficial in your process of making videos. And what's nice about it is it's pretty cheap. So before anything, I always like to do the duration of 6 seconds as well as a 16:9 aspect ratio. This is a mandatory. You have to do this. You don't want it in 9:16 or 1:1 because this has to fit the website aspect ratio. And then also, you could do 720 if you really want to, but I just have it at 1080 for the test videos because obviously AI generation videos aren't perfect and they're not going to first try everything sometimes. So, because if you look at the difference between 4K and 1080p, it's about 20-ish credits. And, you want to make sure you have the right video. So have it on those settings. And then what we'll do is we'll go back over to Claude and then we'll make the first clip. So this is the unmake clip and Claude will give you the model, the duration, and the quality of it. So this is probably one of the most important parts. It will tell you the start frame and the end frame that it wants you to do. So it's very important that you have these right. Otherwise your video will not look great. So it wants the reference images of the start to be the first hero image we made, and then the end of the video, it wants it the still. So we'll go ahead, go over to Kling, and you will click the start frame, and we will put the first generation we made right there. And then for the end frame, we'll have the last generation we just made. Then we'll go back to Claude, and we will copy and paste this prompt. So we'll copy that and then paste it in here and then click generate, and then we will just wait to see what it produces. Okay, it just finished generating the first video, so let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. Okay, yeah, that video works. That video is fine. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll heart that, and then we will go to the next prompt that it wants us to do. So next we're on the turn clip. So it wants this to be 5 to 10 seconds long. So it wants no end frame, and the start image should be the hero image that we made previously. So we'll go ahead and copy this, go over here, paste the new prompt in, and then get rid of this last prompt or this last image because it didn't want that. And we'll go ahead and bump this up to about 10 seconds, and then we'll generate that and come back when it is ready. Okay, it just got done making the second video, so let's go ahead and look at this. So it should just be, doing a 360 orbit around the pen, kind of getting a better look at it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then it stops where it stops. So that's awesome. So we'll go ahead and heart that one, and then we'll move to the final clip. So this one says Kling, obviously 5 seconds long, and it wants to start to be that hero. So we'll go ahead and copy the prompt here, and then we will paste that into Higgsfield. It's just the same idea as before. Move this down to 5 seconds, and then we'll generate that. And then we will wait to see what it produces. Okay, so it just got done making the final scene and clip for our website. So let's go ahead and play this and see what it produces. Big zoom in with a nice, oh yeah, that's beautiful. Perfect. Awesome. So now we have all 3 scenes perfected and done. So now what we'll do is we'll head back over to Claude and say pull up the Higgsfield widget, and the Higgsfield widget will pop up, and with those videos that we downloaded, we can give those to the widget and we can pick it, and it will then put that into the website itself. Okay, so it pulled up the Higgsfield widget right here. So this is a widget that shows all the generations that we have made in Higgsfield. and it's directly connected to Claude. Now, before I do this, if you do not have this widget, you can simply just go to Higgsfield.ai and go to their MCP and CLI at the top right here. And you can install both of these skills, or matter of fact, all three of these is very beneficial to do. And you can put all three of these into Claude, and then Claude will directly talk to Higgsfield and everything will be connected. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that. And then if you have done that, we can then go to the Claude again. So it's giving me the option to upscale the videos. So remember how we did the videos in 1080p because we wanted to make sure, we were saving credits and it produced the, right video first. Now that we have the right videos, Higgsfield has an upscale option for their videos where it can make it 4K quality. So we will allow that. And then we will also pick all three of these scenes. So we'll do that, and then we'll do this third one. Boom. So it's got 3 videos upscaling to 4K quality, and then I will come back to those when they are done. Okay, so now all 3 videos are pushed to 4K quality and they have been upscaled. So now that it has upscaled everything, it's going to add those into the website itself, and that's where Vercel is going to come in. Vercel is going to be your handyman in terms of actually deploying the website. So all you need to do in order to do that is set up a GitHub repo, and then you need to connect your GitHub repo to Vercel itself, make an account there. It's totally free, it doesn't cost any money. And then once that's set up, you can use the branch that you make with Vercel and GitHub and connect that to Claude, and then Claude will directly talk to it and update it and upload things there, and everything will be in one place. So now let's take a look at the website and see what it's done. Okay, so once the Vercel deployment is ready, you can click that and preview it. And this is the first shot it gave us. So automatically off the bat, it's not the best in terms of, font placements and the fonts itself and the colors and such, but that's something you can easily fix. The main goal of this is to see, hey, does this animation work? Is it interactive? And most of all, does it look good? So let's scroll through it and let's see what we think. So scroll down, everything comes together, goes together, does an orbit, 360, then boom, we pan into the pen and then we make the drawing. So the animations look great. Now let's go back to Claude and see if we can make this better. Okay, so let's go back to Claude here, and then what we will do is I'm gonna give it a prompt saying the fonts, colors, and word placements on the site are not the best. Do your best to make sure everything matches the site aesthetic and idea. So we'll go ahead and send that to Ultra Code, and then we'll see what it ends up cooking up. Okay, so after about 20 to 30 minutes, Claude just regenerated this website and made it a lot better. So as you can see, the fonts and the placements of all the, the words and stuff, it looks much cleaner, much more unique. And overall, it fits the website better. So another thing is it pushed the 4K quality video background. So as you can see, there's a clear difference when you scroll. So here's the animation again for you. Goes in 360, and then zooms in, and then you're done. So yeah, that's pretty much the process of making interactive, websites from start to end. If you did, enjoy watching something like this and you want to learn, more tutorials, the Discord is in my bio for my Instagram, or you could just visit .com, and this will take you to, all the information that goes with how I do what I do. And you can join the Discord from here, as well as you can start the 3-day free trial for, getting more of the premium side of, design and that kind of aspect. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or concerns, let me know and I'd be happy to answer those. Have a good rest of your day, guys.